small changes. It almost sounds too simple, doesn't it? We often think that transformation, real life change, must come from something massive, something dramatic, something almost magical. But Jim Rohn reminded us over and over again that it's not the big things that shape your life. It's the small, consistent things you do every single day. The small changes that seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they compound and they become the difference between an ordinary life and an extraordinary one. The truth is, most people overestimate what they can do in a day, but underestimate what they can do in a year. They try to change everything at once, and when they fail, they give up. But what Jim taught us is that real growth comes from daily disciplines, from little choices, from small adjustments that, when practiced consistently, lead to massive results. Think about it. If you change nothing, nothing changes. If you keep doing the same things the same way, you'll keep getting the same results. Your life is perfectly designed for the results you're getting right now. If you're not happy with those results, then something has to change. But here's the beauty. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. You don't need to turn your life upside down in one night. All you need is the willingness to make small, meaningful changes, and the discipline to stay with them long enough to see the transformation. Jim Rohn used to say, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." That's it. Not luck, not chance, not some grand event. Just a few simple disciplines. Imagine what your life could look like if you decided, right now, to commit to just one small change each day. Imagine if you read for 20 minutes a day, instead of scrolling endlessly on your phone. That's over 120 hours of reading a year. Knowledge that could change your career, your mindset, your relationships, your life. Imagine if you decided to exercise for just 30 minutes a day. That's not a massive commitment, but over the course of a year, it's more than 180 hours of movement. Your health, your energy, your confidence transformed. Small changes. That's where it starts. And yet, most people ignore them because they don't see instant results. They want transformation today. They want success tomorrow. But life doesn't work that way. Jim taught us the principle of sowing and reaping. You don't plant a seed and expect a tree by morning. You plant it, you water it, you nurture it, and in time the harvest comes. Small changes are those seeds. They may not look like much today, but in time, they can transform everything. But here's the challenge. Small changes work both ways. Just as small positive habits compound into success, small negative habits compound into disaster. Missing one workout doesn't ruin your health. But missing it again, and again, and again, creates a pattern. Spending a little too much one time won't destroy your finances. But doing it repeatedly, ignoring the budget, indulging every impulse, that leads to financial ruin. Speaking harshly one time doesn't end a relationship, but speaking harshly over and over again creates distance, resentment, and pain. Jim said, "Failure is nothing more than a few errors in judgment, repeated every day." That's the trap most people fall into. They don't realize that the little decisions matter. They think, it's just one day. It's just one choice. It's just one time. But life is made up of those little choices. Your future is built by the things you do repeatedly, not the things you do occasionally. So, what small changes can you make right now? Start with your thinking. The mind is the foundation of everything. If you change your thinking, you change your life. Instead of saying, "I can't," begin saying, "I'll find a way." Instead of focusing on problems, begin focusing on possibilities. Instead of waiting for motivation, choose discipline. A single thought may not seem powerful, but when you choose empowering thoughts consistently, you reshape your entire mindset. Another small change is how you use your time. Time is the most valuable resource you have, and yet most people waste it as if it were infinite. Ask yourself, what if, for the next 90 days, You replaced 1 hour of television with 1 hour of learning. 1 hour of gossip with 1 hour of building your dream. 1 hour of scrolling with 1 hour of creating. That's a small change, but it has the power to redirect the course of your entire future. Gratitude is another small change. Waking up and saying, "Thank you," even before you check your phone, changes the tone of your whole day. Writing down 3 things you're grateful for at night doesn't take more than a few minutes, but it shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. That small act transforms your attitude, and your attitude shapes everything else. Jim Rohn once said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." Becoming better doesn't happen overnight. It happens through the daily practice of small disciplines. And the incredible thing is, you don't need to wait years to feel the difference. When you start making small positive changes, you begin to feel different almost immediately. You feel more in control. You feel more confident. You feel more aligned with the person you know you can be. But here's the emotional truth. You must want it badly enough. Change is never comfortable. Even small changes take courage, because they force you out of old patterns, out of what's familiar. There will be moments when you'll want to give up. Moments when it feels pointless. Moments when you wonder if all this effort is worth it. That's when you need to remind yourself. Small changes don't look powerful in the moment, but they are quietly shaping your destiny. Think of a ship at sea. Change its course by just 1 degree, and you won't notice anything in the first hour. But travel long enough, and that tiny adjustment will land you in a completely different destination. That's your life. Small changes in direction may not look dramatic today, but they are leading you toward an entirely different future. And let me tell you this, you are capable of more than you believe. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not as big as you think. It's not a massive leap. It's a series of small steps, and those steps are taken one decision at a time. The power is already in your hands. Every day, with every choice, you are either building the life you want or the life you don't want. You can keep waiting for the perfect moment, the big breakthrough, the dramatic change. Or you can start now, with one small change, one small discipline, one small step. That's how you transform your life forever.